So he's always, for his whole life, had been obsessed with how are people successful, and particularly like why are people more successful than other people? Why
Mhm.
does that happen? And I think in my opinion, part of what he was trying to do was figure out if it was possible for us to just align everyone into their right place and then make everyone super successful.
Okay.
Right. So I think that's kind of was his approach. So what he did then was he took um already successful people. So let's say I went to you and said, "Who are the 45 most successful romance authors?" And you gave me a list.
Right.
And then your best friend gave me a list, and their best friend gave me a list. And then I would collate all those and say, okay, these are the best people in this industry. Let's go interview those people about how they got to be successful. And
Okay.
then there's this like 1.5 hour battery of questions that you would go through and they would ask you. And then after they did that, they looked at what do all of the success patterns have in common and saw all of these patterns of like, oh, wow, the thing that a high discipline would say is the exact same thing that another high discipline would say. So that must be correlated in some way. And then they basically went backwards as far as they could to figure out how many correlations do you need to have before it's a validatable pattern.
Mm.
And what they realized, and this is the fascinating part about strengths, what they realized is all of those discipline characteristics, those talent threads tended
Mhm.
to occur together in multiple different people.
Ah.
So that was the pattern that they noticed was like there's these little clusters of threads that all appear together so that they must all be related to each other.
Mhm.
So they kind of did this validating, revalidating, revalidating of the system.
Right.
And then eventually once they had figured out what the strengths were, then they did the test. And the test took another like I think if I remember right, I think it took a decade to fully develop this test all the way to like where it is today.
Mhm.
So it was an intensely long process, and it was all because Dr. Clifton was so obsessed with why are you more successful at this than someone else, and how do we help people figure out how to be their best